Hello? Hold on. Let's see if I could hear myself. Hello? Yeah, I gotta test this on my phone. Okay. Am I live? Hello? Okay, I'm way too loud. Hello? Hello? Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Hello? Okay. We got it. Hold up. Oh my god, this streaming shit is harder than it looks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, why is it echoing? 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 Oh, it's because I have it on another. Okay, I have it on another tab. I have it on another. Okay, I have it on another tab. I have it on another. Okay, I have it on another tab. I have it on another. Hello? 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 Okay, I put the desktop audio down. I think that's why it's actually. Shit. Oh shit, man. Man, why don't I know how to do this? Okay, it's not rocket science. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Alright. Alright, I wanna begin this shit. Wait, why is there a blank screen? Okay, there we go. Okay, we got it. Damn. Why is my quality so ass? Okay, it's fine. It's time to begin the official Pokemon Unite tier list. This video has been sponsored by Timmy Studios. Thank you so much, Timmy, for recognizing me. And yeah, I'm gonna just begin in chronological. Oh shit. Yo, wait, what is this thing for? Wait, what? Nah, bro. Hold up. It's okay. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Like I said, thank you for Timmy for sponsoring this video and recognizing the best solo queue player in NA. I'm gonna rate this based on, first of all, how well that Pokemon does in solo queue, the skill level required to get that mon, is it easy or hard mon to play, and the metagame. Alright, let's begin. U2Y, pretty mid. Now, Mewtwo-Y, in my opinion, is only really good in solo queue if you have a Blissey playing on your team. Then you have to rely on that Blissey being like a half-brained player and using the necessary moves like Safeguard and Helping Hand. That's the only time I think Mewtwo-Y is a good pick. Otherwise, you just don't do enough damage. The only move you have is just your... you could just poke people using Side Strike and Teleport. That's really all you have. Like when you don't have your Side Strike, you're vulnerable to CC or vulnerable to damage. So yeah, this thing is okay, but Blissey is what really puts this thing like over here. But without Blissey, you're not gonna like have much success with it, and you're in solo queue, so your teammates aren't gonna mostly pick Blissey. Mew is one of the best early game attackers. Now, I said I would be rating these mons based on skill. Mew is one of the highest skill ceiling Pokemon there is. You have to switch your moves very quickly. I think a lot of people will not find success playing Mew in solo queue. There's only a very small percentage of players that actually know how to play this shit. So I'm gonna put this shit at the B+, but if you're really good at Mew, it's probably like A or A+. But this is one of the better attackers in the game if you really get to know them. And it's a really fun mon to play if you're on Switch, not on mobile though. Alright, Glaceon, this shit is going into the A+ tier. There's so many tanky comps nowadays. Like I see so much Lapras, so much Tree. Glaceon could really shred those mons, and it's just really no skill. Like all you have to do is press your Ice Shard move, and then you press your Icicle Crash move that literally can't miss and does a shit ton of damage. Glaceon is is a really good solo queue mon. I just don't play it because it's cheap. Like you get a fully charged Icicle Crash, even I feel like on all rounders, and that's just guaranteed half of their HP. So you don't really want, even as a defender, you don't even want to face check Glaceon because they're just gonna get free damage on you. Especially at Ray, you just Ice Shard the Rayquaza, and then first person you see, you Icicle Crash and retreat, and then you just get a shit ton of damage. Yeah, and this thing is really effective in solo queue because a lot of comps don't run healers. They don't run shit like Clefable, shit like LD to really neutralize this thing. So I'm gonna keep it here at the A+. Greninja, I'm gonna put this shit at A+ too. I think Greninja is one of the best solo queue mons. It takes a lot of skill, but there's actually lots of skill for Greninja players. Part of the reason being that Greninja has been around for a while, and there are people dedicated to playing this mon. This mon is amazing. It has damage, secure. It has utility. You could use smoke screen, double team, and I feel like it's so valuable also in solo queue because when you don't get draft, both of its sets will work accordingly. So let's say you're against a very tanky team comp like Clefable, Snorlax, some tanky motherfuckers, and a few all-rounders. You could just run Water Shuriken. Like, you could use each set accordingly, and it works really well in blind pick. So yeah, you see a lot of squishies, you can go ahead and pick Surf. So Greninja, one of the better solo queue mons. Decidueye, I'm gonna put that shit at B+. Now, the only problem, Decidueye is an amazing mon if played perfectly. Actually, I'm gonna put this, I do think Decidueye is better than Mewtwo-Y in solo queue. If you're a decent Decidueye player, and you know how to keep your distance and manage your range, I guess Decidueye could be a really good pick, especially when you're facing mages that can't really dive you. So Decidueye has an advantage against mages like, let's say, Gardevoir, Chandelure, A9, Pika. I think Decidueye counters these mons because they can't really close the distance unless like they eject or something, and even if they eject after you, it's still very dangerous for them. Decidueye, I see Decidueye really as just a counter pick and draft in my opinion. Like if I'm with like a duo or trio, or if someone takes jungle early, and then I see a lot of mages and Pokemon like that can't reach Decidueye, Pokemon with like little to no utility like Duraludon and stuff, like that's when I'll pick that mon. And when you play it right, it's really a great mon. Like the poke is probably the best poke in the game, and if they don't have a healer playing, like I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but with no healer and then playing against a good Decidueye is a nightmare because they keep poking you, and let's say you're like an attacker, that shit does half your damage, then you have to go back to base. Then your team starts fighting and it all snowballs from there. The only bad thing about this shit is its Unite, but even then its Unite move is like decent at pushing Regieleki or when you run out of arrows. Alright, moving on. Cinderace. I'm gonna put Cinderace one rank under Greninja. Now the reason this is I just feel like Greninja could dive. Like it could dive all the squishies and Cinderace can't do that. Cinderace is really just a backline mon that melts frontliners. I think that's what Cinderace's job is. It can melt frontliners, but it doesn't really have a dive option for these squishies. So let's say like Cinderace playing against Decidueye, Cinderace can't do shit. Like if I have Cinderace and I'm against the Decidueye, I'm fucked. But if I have Greninja, I'm happy as hell. I'll just Unite into Surf him and he's automatically dead. Now, I don't think there's much significant difference between these two, but I feel like the utility of Greninja having dive and also having shred with these different movesets helps you. If you need shred, you go water shuriken. If you need dive, you go surf. So Greninja is just like a better pick into blind. But I do feel like if it's not blind, Cinderace could probably do a better job. Yeah, I do like Cinderace also has better secure than Greninja in its Unite move. That is debatable. Yeah, they nerfed the shit's Blaze Kick. Yeah, I don't know. This shit is like suspicious. Inteleon. Alright, this is tough. Reason why I don't want to put Inteleon high is because first of all there's a bug, and I don't really like to judge mons based on bugs because bugs will go away. But I'm ranking it at this moment, so I will include the bug. You have to be a really good player to play this mon correctly. You have to be extremely good. A very hard mon to play, especially when you're playing Snipe Shot. But if you know how to play this mon, god damn, this shit is a game changer. I've barely seen any Inteleon players even to begin with. I'm gonna put this shit at B+. Because first, it has a high skill. Actually, I think Inteleon is better than Mew and Decidueye. I think it's hard to play, but let's say you're playing Liquidation, it's pretty brainless. And this shit is so powerful. It's so powerful. Like, let's say you go stacking with a bug. It's so cheap. Yeah. This thing is super powerful. I'm just thinking more of Snipe Shot right now, because that's the set that's going to be used after the bug is fixed. If you're really good at Snipe Shot, you're a demon. You have secure, you have like a decent secure if you don't block it. You have damage in its Unite move, you have like utility, movement, and its slingshot or whatever the fuck that shit's called. So yeah, I'd put Inteleon here with Cinderace. You could really get dove though, but even as Inteleon, no one wants to dive you. Like imagine Inteleon in its Unite move and you're diving that shit with Talonflame. He's gonna get off 3 shots, which is like 70% of your HP. So even then, I feel like Inteleon always gets value. I can't put him A+ tier. The thing about Inteleon though is this shit can't like full carry a game like Cinderace, Greninja, Glaceon. These guys can full carry a game. This guy is not a carry. I'm gonna have to put him in the B plus. No, 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 no. He's not a carry, but he's just too. I can't put him like in this category. All right, Duraludon. I have to put this shit one. Nah, I have to put this shit in A. The only problem with Duraludon is it actually just has zero movement if you're not running Dragon Tail. Sorry, if you're yeah. And the problem is Dragon Tail is not that good anymore. I just feel like the only viable set with this shit is Stealth Rock. You get a nice CC, you get a nice rip. But I don't know. Duraludon is so like vulnerable right now. I do feel like its Unite move is very, very, very underrated. I think it has one of the most underrated Unite moves in the game. As far as carrying goes, I don't think this shit is even on this level of carrying. I have to put this shit here. Now that I think about it. Duraludon is just not it. It just gets dove on. And then if you run a set that you can't get doved on, you don't do enough damage, you don't do enough CC. I don't know. This thing is tough. Alright. Dragapult. Dragapult's a noob killer. Especially after the nerfs, I feel like Dragapult just doesn't do enough damage. Because the nerfs basically took away 40% of its attack gained after you get 10 kills. And even then, who the fuck is getting 10 kills against like half decent players? I just feel like Dragapult is the biggest noob killer in the game. Even then, like, first of all, getting stacks is not easy against good players. Second of all, they heavily nerfed its, like, the amount of damage it gained. So now when you're fully stacked, you only gain 60 attack. When you were fully stacked before the nerf, you gained 100 attack. Completely unnecessary nerf. But I feel like if you can get this thing going, like, I've literally had times when I was, like, fucking, like, Guardy or some shit, and then a Dragapult just comes right beside me and just fucks me up. But even then, like, that's such a horrible, like, strategy to go with, because then you're assuming, like, everyone on the other team is bad. Because if you do that, you'll consequently get boned by the other team. I feel like this mon is just so bad right now. It's probably one of the worst mons in the game. Like, they had a niche in SOLOQ before it got nerfed, and then after the nerf, I just feel like this thing's not worth playing. But I don't think it's in the same realm as Mewtwo Y. I think this thing can for sure carry way, way better than Mewtwo. In fact, I'm actually going to put Mewtwo Y in the B- tier. I don't think this thing deserves to be in the B tier. Because this thing is reliant on another mon. And it only has one move, one really good move that does everything. Yeah, I don't think this thing is good solo queue. But yeah, I'm happy like putting Dragapult in B+. If it was before nerfs, I'd probably put him here. But yeah, this thing doesn't even have much utility. Like it's the only move it has is Shadow Ball, and that shit is ass. Yeah. Moving on, Charizard. Now, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this mon. I really hate the way that they managed it. Like, just could have just given it true damage back. Yeah, this is a sad mon. But the thing is, for solo queue, this mon is actually really effective. And why that is because, let's say, I'm a really big believer in, and I'm really scared of, like, Lane Zard. Like, when I was climbing ladder, I was so scared of Lane Zard last picks because I know that in solo queue, people are gonna int and you're gonna easily get that comeback XP back. This shit is ass, and you never see this shit in competitive because those pros barely int. So, XP is so much more important in competitive. But in solo queue, let's say you play Lane Zard and you go stacking and you get like 3 stacks. And then when you reach level 9, you just Unite move the jungler, and then you just get all the XP back. And now you have like a late game Unite move that could win the game. This mon is one of like the most mons I'm scared of. when I'm playing solo queue, because I know my teammates are gonna int. I know that Charizard's gonna be like level 13, level 14 at the end. I know that him being in lane doesn't restrict his level up because this is not competitive. People will int, people will get a shit ton of XP back. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put this shit right here in the A tier. And I know that might seem like stupid, but I've been playing Zard lane for a little, like when I was at the beginning of pushing, and that's the exact sequence that happened. Like, let's say my jungle gets taken, but I want a really strong late game, I'll play Zard lane. And God forbid you stack on and you get stacks on this mon. It's too scary when you get stacks on this mon. The only bad thing about this mon is everything else other than its Unite move. Like, everything else about it is so trash. Its damage is dog shit now. It used to have decent damage outside of its Unite. They fucked that up. Its damage is dog shit. It's like, I guess its movement is decent, but it doesn't really have like secure movement move like flame charge. Like, it doesn't have shit like that. I don't know. I think this thing is for sure better than everything here in terms of solo queue. That's just my opinion. Actually, no, that's just the facts. This is the official solo queue ladder tier list, brought to you by Timmy Studios. Timmy hired me at least. Anyways, Machamp. This shit is actually underrated. Even after the nerfs, I feel like you can get some really good Machamp Unites. I'm gonna put this shit in the B tier because this can't carry. And I feel like the amount of submission players have really tore up Machamp's name. I do feel like it's a really strong diver though, especially in solo queue. You dive, like dynamic punch into CC kills like most of these guys here in one shot. It kills like the Decidueye, Duraludon, Dragapult. It kills Greninja, Cinder, and all these guys get fucked up by just dynamic punch into CC if you have a decent amount of stacks. And I feel like people don't know how to play around Machamp and its Unite move, and you could really catch like some easy 3 KOs. This thing is actually... Okay, hold on. Oh shit. Alright, I'm back. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, I was on Machamp. This shit is underrated, but it's not a carry. But it could for sure change the tide of a game if you land a good Unite. Whew! Alright, am I still live? Alright, sometimes you gotta make sure. Alright, let's get back to it. Okay, next mon, Dragonite. This shit goes in the A+ tier. Dragonite's one of the best solo queue mons in the game. I'm speaking of Hyper Beam, of course. Sorry to all you dogshit Outrage players, but Outrage is just a noob killer. Hyper Beam is one of the best secures in the game. Dragonite also has one of the best jungle ganks in the game. Like, Dragonair is so strong when it comes out of jungle. Level 5 Dragonair is such a menace. I feel like it just has, like, the crit damage. It crits pretty often. It has CC. Like, it has Chase and DD. DD is one of the best moves ever. Like, Dragon Dance. Like, after you get a blue buff, you only need to hit someone once and you'll get a guaranteed Dragon Dance off. This is one of the best solo queue mons in the game. Also one of the most underrated. I don't see this thing around. And when I do see it, it's some idiot playing Outrage. Like a already garbage move that got nerfed, so now it's more garbage. Yeah, not much to say about Dragonite, just a crazy secure. But yeah, the only problem with this mon is its dog shit Unite move. This mon has one of the worst, like, it's like doo-doo water. This shit has one of the most, like, trash Unite. Actually, this is probably the worst Unite move in the game. I can't think of a worse one. So yeah, it has the worst Unite move in the game. So, like, I don't know. But still, even just its base kit is just that good. I think actually Dragonite is better than all of these. I think it's better than Glaceon, Grand, all of these guys. For sure, for sure. Alright, moving on, Gyarados. Now, this is a mon I actually like a lot in solo queue. Or, when I'm playing solo queue and I'm with a trio or duo and one of them wants to take jungle, I usually want to let, like, the trio or duo take the jungle. Because, like, I have to, if they're trash, like, we most likely lose anyways. But the second strongest role in the game is a top laner. Now, the thing about Gyarados is this shit is actually, like, insane if you play it right. If you will guaranteed get Gyarados, I think, by 8 minutes, I believe. If you play it, like, perfectly, you will guaranteed get Gyarados by 8 minutes. And this shit's mid game is the best mid game in the game. It has a very, very strong mid game. It has a very, very strong end game. Gyarados Unite's one of the best Unites in the game. The only problem with this Unite move is recently they took out the rings in which you could see the hitbox of, like, what you're gonna hit while you're in the Unite. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but that's been really causing me a bit of problems. Like, cause now I don't know if I can make an eject play or not, but no, Gyarados is still, like, amazing. It has such an amazing dive. Like, if you go into with bounce into Dragon Breath into Unite move, you bounce into Dragon Breath, you chunk them at, like, they're like at 50 or 60% of their HP. Then, like, they start using Unite moves and shit, and then you're already underground. That's an amazing Unite move. It does so much damage. Even after the nerfs, like, if it was Gyarados before nerfs, it would have been here for sure. But after the nerfs, I'm gonna knock it down a tier. This thing is, it can't solo carry though. Same thing with Inteleon, can't solo carry, but it's an amazing mon. It basically has everything. It has secure, it has damage, it has dive. Yeah, you can't really ask for much else. Like, Gyarados, like, look at all these mons over here, completely smashed. Gyarados destroys, like, preys on mons like these. Anyways, moving on. Mewtwo X, this shit is ass. This shit is ass. Like, I feel like even the more... Okay, it's not like doo-doo water ass. I'm gonna put it here in the C tier. The thing about Mewtwo X is this shit's falling off. It doesn't do enough damage. It doesn't charge its mega fast. And even when it does, there's so much shit that's so dangerous up close. You don't even want to go there. What the fuck is this? Bro. Alright, moving on. Okay, let me get rid of this dumb shit. Okay. No, not moving on. I still have a few more words of trash on Mewtwo X. This shit does no damage. It has, like, no secure. The only good thing about this shit is I feel like it's so tanky. It's so tanky. the best way to play Mewtwo X is literally to just slap on XP share and some like tanky ass items and just play this shit as a support. But even as a support, it's not even good because it doesn't even have the CC or healing that you'd want in a support. It has no healing and it has two CC moves in its Unite and its Side Strike or the other one of those moves. And I feel like that's not good enough to be a good support. But holy crap, is this thing tanky. I feel like you could for sure make it work if you're stacking and you're like, you wanna have like a niche tank pick. This thing has one of these Unite moves are crazy. It has a crazy good Unite move, but I don't know. This shit just isn't it for me. Azu, C tier. I think Azu's a little bit better than Mewtwo X because it has an insane early game. Azu's early game is too crazy. Um, but yeah, late game it sucks, and you know, even if you get a crazy level advantage, you have to remind yourself that it's solo queue and that your allies are gonna int. So the level advantage isn't even gonna help you. Because coming into late game, the opponents are probably gonna be only like one level under you or even the same level. And then all that advantage that you've built up in the early game is meaningless in the end game. And this shit sucks in the end game. Like, it's so ass. Like, the only good thing I could see out of this thing in the end game is if you're against the speedster and you just unite them and you, like, disrupt them and fuck them up. But even then, this is like one of the worst endgame mons in the game. I do think it is deserving of C. I think it's worse than Mewtwo Y. I think it's better than Mewtwo X. Yeah. Moving on, Scizor. This shit is ass. I'm gonna put it one tier under Machamp. Excuse me. I think Machamp is for sure better than this. Scizor is just a brawler. I feel like if you're against enemies, especially with one of the cursed items, you're just fucked. Like, it's a decent brawler. You can get a nice Unite move on, like, the squishies. But I've had so much success with Scizor, but it's literally just a noob killer. Literally just a noob killer. And the thing with Scizor, unlike Dragapult, which is also a noob killer, is Scizor can't carry. Scizor cannot carry. Like, it's not Dragapult level can carry your team. If you have dogshit teammates and you get jumped as Scizor, you're fucked. But I honestly feel like it's a great mon in solo queue though. I don't know. Every time I play it, it goes crazy. But I can't put it in the same tier as Machamp. I can't. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here in the B minus tier. I definitely think it's like at the top. It's, in my opinion, like leagues better than Mewtwo Y. Leagues. I think Mewtwo Y is like the bottom of B minus and Scizor's at the top. That's how I'm gonna put it. Alright, moving on. Scyther, this shit. Okay, now the thing about speedsters is yes, they can carry, but holy shit do they get countered by everything. Like, if you're playing against Psyduck and it's blind pick, you're gonna play against Psyduck, this shit is ass. You're playing against Pikachu, this shit is ass, unless you're like, really good at full heal, and even then you can only use it once in like 70 seconds. Like, you go against Umbreon, Clefable, all these guys just get fucked up so easily. But the thing about these mons is, if you get a really good early game advantage, you just feel unstoppable. I'm gonna go ahead and put Scyther. I think Scyther is better than, for solo queue, I think it's better than all of these. I think I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A tier. I think it's a really, really good speedster for solo queue. A jungle speedster, of course. T-Tar, this shit is ass. This shit is overrated. This shit is a noob killer. It's too easily kited. Way too easily kited. This shit is so over. I don't even know how this shit has an over 50% win rate. It's too crazy. I just feel like it gets kited way, 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 way too easily, and then, like, its early game just gets you till, like, imagine your T-Tar in your jungle, and then, like, you're fucking level 8 at 7 minutes, because it's really hard to actually get 9 at 7. as T-Tar, and then you just lose bottom Reggie, and then your teammates are gonna start pinging, and then it's gonna be cancer. People are gonna start playing bad. People are gonna start getting tilted. This shit is just so ass. Unless you're running into a comp that it's really good in, but usually you're not. But yeah, like stuff like Cinderace kind of fucks it up. I don't think it can't reach Cinderace, and it just kites it. I do think Tito is really good into like tanky comps, for example, like a Metagross, Blissey, all that shit. But I just don't believe in this thing. I think it's Dookie. I think everything in here, most like, hold on. I'm just gonna put one more row. I think everything here is, yo, delete this, yo, I'ma edit this shit out. I'ma edit that shit out. Hold up. I promise, guys, I'm educated. But yeah, I just don't believe in this thing. Especially after it got nerfed for no reason. Like, it was already ass before the nerf. Now it's just omega dog shit. And then, like, if you don't play this jungle and you play it with lane, you already know your laner's not gonna have XP share. Nah, it's just two, dog. Alright, anyways. Blaziken. This shit goes in the S tier. Immediate S tier. This shit is one of the best solo queue picks in the game. You could play this thing in jungle, you could play this thing in lane. The only reason I haven't played it much in my solo queue grind to 1700 was because I don't think that I have enough games on it to play it at the absolute highest level. I do need more practice on this thing. But god damn if you know how to play this thing. It has damage, it has secure, it has dive if you have, like, with a good eject play, it has dive. It has, like, it has everything. What does this shit not have? But yeah, this thing's an amazing mon. Goes straight into the S tier. One of the best solo queues. Like, Overheat is so good at securing. Like, even then, I feel like sometimes Overheat is better than Hyper Beam, because in Hyper Beam you could just get stunned. Overheat, you can't get stunned. But yeah, Metagross. This shit's an amazing top laner. I'm gonna put this shit in the A tier. Metagross is amazing at solo queue because, again, I think it's also partly, it's a good mon, but it's also partly because people don't know how to, like, spread around when it's around it. So you could just really easily get those 3-man, 4-man gyro balls and get a shield, like, so big. You could just get so much value with this thing. Especially if you know how to play it correctly. I can't really say much about Meta. It's just a really good top laner, and it can carry. And you could also play it in the jungle, so it also has that type of versatility. Yeah, I think Metagross is an amazing mon. Like, look at everything in here. Metagross fucks all these guys up. Metagross fucks all the, like, Metagross against, like, Scissors, you're just gonna do no damage. Like, these mons, Mewtwo, Mewtwo, you're just gonna do no damage because it's just gonna get a shield as big as fucking Uranus or some shit. Yo, I'm about to delete that too, by the way. Alright, Lucario. This shit is ass. Actually, no, you have Power Up Punch. This shit is on point with Machamp. Lucario has a crazy secure. With Unite Move, Power Up Punch. I think this thing is pretty decent. Lucario has always been a good mon. I don't think Lucario has ever been bad. I think for sure the solo queue build is mostly Power Up Punch close combat, but if you're a really good E-speed player, you could play that too. You could dive the back line. I've seen some crazy E-speed players just kill everyone when they dive because people don't know how to handle that. Yeah, Lucario is a pretty good mon. I think it's on par with Machamp. Nothing much to say. It's just like one of the most basic mons in the game. Garchomp. This shit is pretty good. Ow. I'm gonna put this thing in A. The problem with Garchomp is it requires, in my, like, most of the time it doesn't require support, but on those, like, key moments, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it does so good because it has such a good dive. Like dragon combo into dive. If you land that shit on one of their attackers, they're dead. But and I feel like this thing can also carry. You could also play it in the top lane. You could play it in the jungle. It's one of the better mons that you could play both in the top lane and in the jungle. Like for example, Metagross is better in the top lane than in the jungle. Like Ninja is better than the jungle than in the top lane. Stuff like that. Like mons that you could play both in the top lane and in the jungle. Garchomp does both roles, but he does it equally as good. Yeah, it's just an amazing mon. The unfortunate thing, I would have put it here before the nerfs. I feel like I really started to notice the attack speed nerfs, in my opinion. I feel I'll pull Garchomp in the top of A tier, for sure. And then if you're against a good healer, it's just so tough. Like let's say you're against a Blissey and then they Bliss Unite the guy that you're after. I don't know. I just feel like this thing has gotten a little bit harder to carry with. Like, I think Dragonite carries better. I think Greninja carries better. I think Glaceon carries better than this. But yeah, it's still it's like right there. I'd put it at the bottom of A or the top of bottom of A plus or the top of A for sure. Asia Slash. This shit is dog shit. This shit is dog. Actually, I do think it's better than both Azumarill and Mewtwo X, but holy shit, this thing is ass. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, Asia Slash is dog shit. The reason is, first of all, before it's level 7, it's so fucking useless. It feels like it does like no it has a decent secure, but it has no damage and it feels squishy and it's just a mess. And then after you get ragdolled in your lane and you reach level 7, it's not even that good. Like it has such a dogshit Unite move that's like only good for securing and so hard to hit otherwise. And I don't know. And it's on top of all of that, it's a omega high skill ceiling mon. Like omega high skill. I would say like I'd say it's lower skill ceiling than like Inteleon, but like still super high. But yeah, it's an ass mon with a high skill ceiling. That's why I put this shit at B. If you're like really good at it, you could like if you're super good at it, I'd put it at B plus. Actually, no, all these mons are better than it. I'd put it at B if you're a really good Asia Slash player. Like in my opinion, the average Machamp player has the same value as a good Aegis Slash player. And that speaks a lot about the mon. This shit is in desperate need of buffs. Desperate need. Alright. I'll be right back. But yeah, like I was saying, like let's look at a mon like Decidueye. It also has a similar thing where it's dog shit until level 7. But the difference is at level 7 it gets one of the best moves in the game. It gets one of the most powerful, best poke moves in the game. This shit, when it gets level 7, it gets a really good move, but even then, it just doesn't even make it that good. Like, this shit is worse than, like, most all-rounders. Like, what all-rounder would I think Aegis Slash is better for? I think all these all-rounders are better than Aegis Slash. Probably, I think Asia Slash is like better than Water Bear. Maybe in some situations, better like it's just so trash. All right, let's move on. Serena, hey, this shit is so good now that they buffed Triple Axel. Even its Unite move, you run Energy Amp and you dive and you basically just get a fucking guaranteed kill. Like, I feel like this thing also is like now really good into like those death ball comps. You just heal too much from Triple Axel. You do so much damage now. I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna put this shit in the A. Actually, no. This is solo queue. This is solo queue. I think Serena's on par with all these guys. There's nothing much to say. The reason why I'm not putting it in A plus is because it has a really high skill ceiling. But even I feel like its skill ceiling isn't that high. But Serena players are just bad in general. Serena players are just bad. Mimikyu, straight to the S tier. Straight to the S tier, no questions asked. Mimikyu is so good. One of the best level 5 ganks in the game. I'm not a bitch, so I play Shadow Claw, but you have to play if you're like trying to play like perfectly. You have to look at the comp. If it has a lot of attackers, speedsters, you could play Ninja Doll plus like Play Rough. The combo goes: you Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, you hit him a bit, then you could Ninja Doll. It gives you enough time for your next Play Rough. This thing is so mean into every comp. Like I don't think I've seen a comp where it's like anti Mimikyu. The only thing this thing struggles with is like Omega healers and like big boy tanks like Tree Lapras. Even then, if you get an early head start, like I've rarely not got, I've rarely not fucked up the enemy's early game with Mimikyu. Like I go in with Mimikyu, I screw them up, and then like when Mimikyu gets a lead, it's so hard to stop because it doesn't matter if you're like Lapras Trio or whatever, and there's a Mimikyu 2 levels ahead of you with like stacks. It doesn't matter at that point. The level difference is just too much. But yeah, this thing's an amazing mon for sure. For sure, I definitely put it above Blaziken. Actually, no, Blaziken has Secure. I think Blaziken is better than Mimikyu because it has Secure, but if Mimikyu has like a super snowball effect. But one bad thing about this shit is that I call it the Mimikyu syndrome, where when your teammates see you fucking everyone up, they kind of lose their guard and like they think they're gonna win. Like people drop their. It's also with Gengar. Like when you're like dominating with these mons, people will drop their guard, for sure. Like on your team, like okay, we got it in the bag. All right, Buzzhole. This shit is ass. I'll put it ahead of Asia Slash, but Buzzhole is ass. Like, there's just not much to say. Buzzhole is ass. It's just that nerf to superpower. It's still a decent mon, don't get me wrong. Is it Machamp level? No. Is it Lucario level? No. I think both these mons are better than Buzzhole. I think it's decent top lane. I think it's for sure better than Mewtwo. I think it's for sure better than Mewtwo, Y, and Scizor. For sure. But it just gets fucked up by CC. I don't know. I even feel like it doesn't do damage anymore. Like, I feel like Buzzhole should be an anti-brawler, but it doesn't, like... Buzzhole should counter mons like Mimikyu and Blaziken, but I feel like it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't do enough damage. It's not... It's so slow. Like, if I don't run Floatstone on Buzzhole, I feel like so shit. And then, like, if I don't want to run Floatstone, like, for me, muscle and weakness are mandatory. It's either you're a little bit squishy because you're also not earning focus, you're slow as shit, or you don't do enough damage. Like, this thing is... I don't know. You just have to be really good, and even then, if you play Buzzhole at the highest level, it's just so hard to get value out of this shit, man. But I will put it, like, at the top. I think these mons are... Buzzhole is, like, better, probably better than everything that's gonna come into the B- tier. Phalanx. Shit. I have so so much success with Phalanx. This is the most underrated mon in the game, in my opinion. Like, beat up Ironhead is actually so underrated. But I haven't played it enough. I haven't played this shit enough, so I'm just gonna put it at the. I think it's better than. I think it's second. I actually think it's better than Buzzhole. I know I just contradicted myself, but this shit is so underrated. I for sure haven't played it enough, but I've seen like sometimes when I watch like Ender or something, he really likes this mon, and I'm like, this shit is not bad. And then I tried it myself. Like you beat up twice, and then you Iron Head on a fucking attacker, and then you instantly take half their HP. You Unite move, they can't avoid you. It also has like in surprisingly good sustain, very good sustain. And if you know how to play this thing right, and you know how to turn your back, make them hit your guys, take no damage, or like very reduced damage. I don't know like what's happening with this thing. If they fixed the bug or not, where Phalanx does take more damage from like its little minions allow it to take more damage when they get hit. I don't know if that's still around, but even if it is, this thing is still like amazing. I feel like it could really like do some work. The problem is you are gonna mostly be playing it into blind pick, so you can go against Giga Drain Vino, E-Speed Lucario, Serena, like all these threat like A9, all these guys just make it unplayable. But even then when you're up against them, you could always play around it. It just makes your life at endgame harder. I think this thing is probably high. This shit is B, bro. Nah. It's not on the same level as Machamp Lucario. I think Machamp Lucario are for sure better than all these all-rounders here. Moving on. Zacian S tier. Like, what do I have to say? Like, this shit has everything. It has fucking utility, it has agility, it has damage, it has secure. The only thing that's hard about this mon is it's a very high skill ceiling. But even then, a good Zacian player is too crazy. Like, playing against a good Zacian player with a support, even then, just a good Zacian player by themselves, even though they're so far in between, I can't rob this thing of the tier it deserves by looking solely at its skill. I think the mon is even then, even dogshit Zacian players, they still like get work done. The only thing that Zacian players are bad at is fucking farming, like, especially in my team. I see fucking Zacian level 12 at Ray, like, what are you doing, man? But this thing is so crazy powerful. In my opinion, this has the best secure in the game with its Unite move. With a Charge Unite move, it's the best secure in the game. And it has damage, CC, sustain, like, what more do you want out of a mon than Zacian? I think it's better than Mimikyu and Blaziken. It's probably gonna be the top of S tier. I do think you will want to get a lot of practice with this thing before you could start dominating. Yeah, this thing is for sure up there. Okay, Dark Bear. This shit is pretty good. I put Dark Bear higher than Lucario and Machamp because it has, like, first, better secure than Lucario. And I also feel like I think this is Dark Bear. It has an insta-kill with Unite. Like, you just Unite someone, and, like, if they don't have full heal, there's no counterplay. I think the true combo with this is Wicked Blow, Unite, Wicked Blow. Or the fucking utility move into Wicked Blow, then Unite, Wicked. You don't even need all that shit. You could just use its utility move to dash in, and then just Unite. Like, let's say you fucking Unite, like anyone. Like, Scyther here, they don't have full heal, they're dead. You Unite Cinderace, they're dead. Greninja, they're dead. Glaceon without passive, they're dead. Even like some all-rounders, like you Unite a Garchomp, that shit is 80. That's 80% of Garchomp's health gone. Just with you clicking your Unite on them. It's just has a really good endgame Unite. Has one of the best secures in the game, and I think secure does have to be valued. I can't put it in the A tier though. I do think that other than its secure and its Unite move, it's a pretty trash mon. Like you can't really like dive on it because okay, you use your utility move, you dash in, and then the charging on Wicked Blow is too slow. But yeah, you can always comprehend, like you can always like try and like remedy that with like an eject button. That's the item you should be playing with, but you can't solely like rely on an eject button and like to cover up a weakness. Like you can't say, "Oh, Buzzhole is slow, just run X speed." No, like it doesn't work like that. So yeah, I'll put this shit at B plus. I think it's better than Dragapult. I think it's behind Decidueye. I think Decidueye is better for solo queue than Dark Bear. Actually, it's kind of interchangeable depending on the comp, but I'll put this shit like here. I'll put this shit here. Also, it's not that high of a skill ceiling one. So yeah. Water Bear. This shit is ass, man. I want to put it in the bottom of B tier. Like Water Bear, first you need jungle. Then like a lot of times your allies like are dumb and they don't know that you're Water Bear, so they need to push with you. Like if you don't get an insane early game snowball, you're fucked with Water Bear. Like if you go, like let's say you gank top lane and the enemy jungler ganks top lane, you're fucked. Because this shit needs to be, I feel like, at least 2 levels higher to make a really, really big difference in team fights. And I feel like when you're playing Water Bear, like you're on a timer to make a big difference in the early game. And as we discussed, the early game in solo queue is less important because your allies are gonna int. And yeah, this game's late game is terrible. Terrible late game. Because of its early though, I think it's better than all these guys. Like I think the Water Bear, if you're a really good Water Bear player, you go jungle, you can make a much greater impact than any of the guys below here. But still, man, this thing is so ass. Like, I feel like I'd rather play Lucario and Machamp than Water Bear. But I don't know, just my thoughts. Ceruledge, this shit is this shit is underrated. People have been shitting on this mon, but I've been playing it and I've been finding a huge success. Like its Unite move is like you can get right in there. Like they don't have full heal. Its Unite move is very, very, very good. Even if they do have full heal, like it's still like manageable. I want to put it here. I think it's better than all of these mons here. It has secure. It has dive. Phantom Force is an amazing move. You could dodge like a shit ton of damage with Phantom Force if you know how to play it right. I do think it's at the bottom here in terms of solo queue. Actually, no, you could play this shit at jungle. I'll put this thing behind Scyther. I'll put like Zard here. I'm trying not to do this in chronological order, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of where this thing stands. It's like in the middle of A. It's a really good mon to play in solo queue. Like especially if you could play it well. Like I play X attack with it. X attack into Phantom Force Psycho Cut like fucks a lot of shit up. And yeah, I also feel like you can have like utility with this thing. You could play a lot of different sets. You could play like let's say your team doesn't have anti-heal, you could bring out anti-heal, an amazing anti-heal mon. Yeah, I'm just a fan of this thing. Like when I'm playing Ceruledge and I see Glaceon, like if you just Phantom Force Psycho Cut Unite, they're dead. Phantom Force Psycho Cut into Unite move, you could like get like at least a double kill. This thing is also really nice into Death Balls. You just Unite move into their Death Ball and everyone loses like half their HP. Just a really good mon in general. Alright, Tinkaton. This shit is amazing after the buffs. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the A plus tier. Actually, no, I don't think it's better than all of these. Especially for solo queue. I think it's in some way a noob stomper because I've never felt like this thing was like especially when I played the Drio against it. Like the only time it could significantly get a shit ton of damage on you is with its hammer move, and its hammer move is so easily kiteable. I will not ignore its secure potential and uh, Thief. Thief is such a crazy move as well. But this thing I feel like it's a brawler. It's a brawler. It's a brawler with an amazing secure and a mediocre unite. I'm gonna have to put it at the top of A tier for solo queue purposes. This thing is not a carry mon, but it's just so good at what it does that I have to put it here. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, like especially with eject, like if you eject hammer on like their backline, it's GG. And this thing also has like a shit ton of sustenance. Alright, Gengar. This is the mon that I used to mostly climb to 1700 solo queue and do that crazy ass feat. I'm gonna put Gengar over here into the at the bottom of A tier. Uh, no, I think Gengar is better than carrying than all, for me at least, than all of these. I'm gonna put him at A plus tier. Now, for me in solo queue, I don't think a lot of people deal with Gengar, and that's part of the reason that I found a lot of success with it. I'm gonna put it like right here. Uh, the thing about Gengar that people don't realize is if you don't get stacks, you're fucked. In my opinion, Gengar needs stacks to succeed because it just doesn't do enough damage. Like I see people playing Focus Band, like dude, if you if you're in their back line and you don't kill someone, your Focus Band isn't gonna help you live. You're dead. This mon is hard to play, but when if you play it well, you could really do some crazy stuff. Like for example, you could trick the enemy team into using a lot of resources on you, and you could stay alive and decent HP. You could, like, for example, Dream Eater Shadow Ball an important role, like an important guy, and then when they use their Unite and like their supporter tries to like unite them, like they try to Blissey Unite them. I've had so much situations where I got a Blissey Unite for free. I just faked a kill on one of their like all-rounders or attackers. I bait out the Blissey Unite, then I just Unite move out, and I wait for cooldowns, and now it's pretty much GG at that point, as they don't have any more like they don't have any more protection, and like when Gengar just snowballs. Also, a thing about this mon is it needs to snowball. You cannot fall behind on this guy. There's lots of examples in the games that I played where I felt like I sacrificed the early game of my team just so I can get stacks. But just getting stacks on Gengar is so good. Like you have a good poke in Shadow Ball. You like Gengar like fucks up everyone here. Like he fucks up a lot of guys here. He fucks up everyone here. Like, and people just don't know how to deal with him. You can Unite move, just go into their back line and destroy. Like, if you're a Gengar and you're against the Decidueye, it's the best feeling in the world. I put, for me, Gengar at solo queue, if you play at the highest level, I put it at A plus. Like, that's just my opinion. And I have a shit ton of games on Gengar, so like I played at a really high level, and people don't expect it. Like I said, like I don't think people play a lot of it. Like besides me, I barely see this mon, and even when I do see it, they a lot of times they play Hex Sludge Bomb. And that's also another thing about this mon is also its versatility. So I usually mostly play Shadow Ball Dream Eater, but like when it's an Omega tanky comp, Hex Sludge Bomb just destroys it completely. So yeah, this mon has versatility, it has damage, it has secure. But for Shadow Ball Dream Eater, keep this in mind. You need to stack. Stacking is not an option when you're playing Shadow Ball Dream Eater. It's a like it's something that you need to have. Otherwise, your end game is gonna be garbage. Just my opinion on Gengar. Dodrio. I'll put this shit at the bottom of B plus. Dodrio's an amazing one. Don't get me wrong. Especially after that Drill Peck buff. I feel like that buff like was pretty big because it allows Dodrio to like without any stacks insta kill all the little bees at 8 minutes. So Drill Peck into quick attack will insta kill the little bees. I just feel like Drill Peck does a lot more damage now, but the thing about Dodrio is easily counterable. The same problem with Scyther. If you go like against like Psyduck, or if you go, the problem is with the speedsters is blind pick. That's the problem. I feel like it's so hard to pick a speedster in blind pick because you're just rolling the dice on the matchup. There's just some matchups when you're playing Dodrio where it's just zero counterplay, you're fucked. But yeah, I believe the best solo queue set is Drill Peck. I think it's better than all these guys. I think it has a really good jungle invade. I really like jungle invading on it. Take the red buff, like play into the psyche of their jungler. But yeah, like I have a lot of games on Dodrio. One of my favorite mons to play. It's just too fun for me. But it's just kind of doo doo in solo queue. Yeah. Moving on, Absol. I think Absol is better than Dodrio in solo queue. Because unlike Dodrio, Absol has some good ass secure. But I'm gonna put Absol better than Duraludon, Decidueye. I'm gonna put it right here. I think Absol has really good early game. Like Absol has one of the best ganks in the game, if not the best. What's better than a level 5 Absol ganking your lane? With Pursuit, excuse me. I don't. I think that's very hard to beat. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Just checking my chat. What's up, Glenn? Okay, yeah. The reason why I put this shit at B, like a lot of games I played Absol, and I just get level 15 because it's also very like easy to farm with. Yeah, super easy to farm with. But the thing is, like Absol, Water Bear and all these guys, if you don't snowball with this Pokemon, first of all, you're fucked. Second of all, you're playing this thing into blind pick most of the time. So again, you're just rolling the dice. Like they could have Pikachu, they could have Umbreon, they could have all these guys that just shut you down. You don't know like you could bring full heal, but they might not have that, and then you're just down like a free eject button. But I feel like with this thing, you can like never ever lose hope because it has such a crazy Unite move for securing. And even with dealing with guys like Absol Unite move fucks up all these guys. Like Psycho Cut into Unite move fucks up everything here, everything here. Like there's nothing that wants to eat an Absol Psycho Cut into Unite move. For sure. So I feel like this thing is better than everything here. Like, but let's say you play Absol into Psyduck, you're fucked. You play Absol into Pika, you're fucked. You play, and there's so much of these like no brain mons that could target you, that can't miss. Like for example, let's say Glaceon gets an Icicle Spear on you, you're fucked. But yeah, it just has too good of a secure. It has too good of an early game for me to put it at the bottom of B plus. In fact, I kind of want to put it at the bottom of A tier because it's one of the better speedsters and like for solo queuing in the game, for sure. Okay, let's move on. Leafeon, this shit is the best speedster, for solo queue for sure. Actually, no, it's second to best. But again, I just think Leafeon has fallen off. I think Leafeon is better than Absol though, for sure. Leafeon gets a crazy Unite at level 8. A crazy Unite. This shit is so good in the early game. Like, you could play Leafeon in the lane or in jungle. It has versatility, it has utility. I don't know. I just feel like this shit's Unite move is... Both of these Unite moves are good, but it's kind of hard to say they're good in different situations. Leafeon just has a better dive than Absol. And the thing with Leafeon is you just get a like I feel like you're just guaranteed a crazy head start in the early game. I just feel like it's a guarantee with like Leafeon if you're a half decent player. Yeah, I don't think there's much to say about this mon. I mean, its only good move set is Leafage Agility, I believe. A Leaf Blade, I forgot. But the move set with agility. The not Solar Blade, the other one. Yeah, not much to say. This shit is just a crazy early game. This is the best early game on in the game, hands down. Like, there's nothing better than Leafeon early game. And especially when you're playing solo queue, when you get a really good head start in the early game, you just play with your opponent's psyche. Like, then, like, people start pinging things, people start blaming each other. It just sets up the game. Darkrai, S tier. There's not much to say. Like, this shit is so brainless. You just spam your buttons and then you get kills. I think Darkrai is better than all of the. I think Darkrai is better even than Zacian. That's how good it is. Its Unite move is guaranteed, like, kill. Like, let's say you don't even need to Unite move a fucking, you don't need to Unite move a carry. You could just Unite move a supporter. Like, let's say you Unite move a Blissey as Darkrai. What the fuck are they gonna do? They can't Unite move anyone because you're in, like, Darkrai's own dimension. They can't do anything. Let's say you Unite move LD, you can't do anything. Like, people just have this idea of Darkrai is you need to Unite move the carry. You don't need to do. You can Unite move anyone. Like, Darkrai Unite move to all the guys here. Actually, no. Darkrai Unite move against Mimikyu. Mimikyu could Unite them back, but okay. Everyone here but Mimikyu. Darkrai Unite move kills everyone here. Everyone here gets fucked up. Everyone here gets fucked up. Like, there's very, 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 very few mons that could deal with this thing. And yeah, a guaranteed kill is always gonna be broken, and even then, without its Unite move, it does insane damage, and insane CC, and it has insane utility with Nasty Plot. Like, this shit should, like, gets away with a lot of things. Like, a lot of people play so horribly on this mon, but they get away with it because Nasty Plot has such low cooldowns. Zoroark. I'm gonna put this shit behind Dodrio. Actually, no. The same story with Dodrio. I think Zoroark is the same thing with Dodrio. Yeah, it's just. But the thing is, Zoroark also has a crazy early game. I think Zoroark has the second best early game after Jungle. Actually, no. Level 5 Zoroark is actually, like, not that good. It's easily avoidable. But once it gets Shadow Claw, it becomes big threat. Thing about Zoroark, again, you're gonna be mostly playing blind pick, and even when you're gonna be playing a lot of draft picks, like, you have to understand that you're also playing solo queue. Playing Zoroark is just, I don't know. I feel like Dodrio is better because Dodrio can, like, Unite move into Drill Peck and it could, like, cause a lot of havoc in front of Death Balls. I feel like Zoroark is so bad in front of Death Balls. Zoroark feels like a 1v1 assassin. You can't really, like, go in. Like, let's say you bring Zoroark in front of, like, you dive in on a Decidueye, but then they have, like, a Metagross and they have, like, Serena. Like, they fucking have, like, Mew. Like, you're gonna die before you complete your combo. But with the Dodrio, you could just Drill Peck, Unite move into all of them, knock them all up. I feel like Dodrio is better than Zoroark now that I think about it. I'm gonna put Zoroark here in the B tier. For sure. And not to add, this shit has a crazy high skill ceiling. Like, even when, like, I play Zoroark very, very, very well, in my opinion. And even then, I really, really struggle to carry games with this. Like, compared to the Drio. Even though the Drio has worse secure and it has, like, worse, like, 1v1. But yeah, moving on. Talonflame. I feel like this thing is better than, I think this thing is better than Lucario. I wouldn't put it higher than Machamp, though. I think Talonflame is better than everything here. And the main reason is because it has a really good dive. Like, if you look at everything, like most things in, like, A plus tier, nobody here wants to take Fly. Nobody, like, here, Cinderace and Teleon, these guys get fucked up by Fly. Leafeon, this guy gets fucked up by Fly. Even now, Brave Bird is also, like, not a bad set because they significantly buffed the damage reduction. I just feel like this thing's dive can win you games. Like, let's say someone's been dominating and then you just, like, one-shot them with Fly, Flame Charge, or Brave Bird. They get a crazy timer. I just feel like it has a dog shit Unite move. Has a dog shit Unite move and it's very squishy, and there's no room for mistakes on Talonflame. Because let's say you miss your fly or something, that's a 9-second cooldown. And then you're gonna just get fucked up. Okay. This is gonna be a controversial pick. Zero Aura, I'm putting this shit in the fucking top of B plus. And I'll say the reasoning for this. Zero Aura is one of the most if you're playing Wild Charge, it's one of the most easy brainless picks you could play. Like Zero Aura is a pick that I'm very scared of when I see on the enemy team because it's just too brainless. Like let's say their last MMR player picks a Zero Aura. I'm scared now because now their last MMR player can get crazy value because this mon is just so easy to play. I'm speaking about the Wild Charge set. I'm not speaking about the Discharge set. The Wild Charge set I feel like does a lot of damage and gets so much value even if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. This thing is it's just something that scares me. Like if a Zero Aura jumps on Dodrio, they're instantly dead, no counterplay. Like Wild Charge Zero Aura, like it fucks up all other speedsters. Like let's say even like some all-rounders, you're Machamp and you get Wild Charged on, you're dead mostly. It's gonna take like 90% of your HP. Zoroark, you're dead. Dodrio, you're dead. Dragapult, you're dead. All these guys are dead. Like most of these guys are dead. It also has a crazy Unite move. Like this thing is like, even if you like let's say this shit plays Discharge, you cannot like group up. It's gonna Unite move Discharge, and then before you know it, all of you are dead. One of the most underrated mons for sure for solo queue. I don't play Wild Charge because I'm not a pussy, but hey, I see a lot of just like low skill players that just spam it. They don't know what they're doing, and they just get value. Especially since people don't know how to deal with this shit. That's why I'm gonna put it here at B plus. But we haven't seen enough out of this thing to put it higher. Meowscarada. This shit is ass. This shit is ass. I do believe it's better than everything here. I don't know. I feel like the flower trick is not a good flower trick is not a good solo queue build, and I feel like it's also weak. And the other build is just it gets kited. Meowscarada has one of the best abilities in the game. It has one of the best passives, but I don't know about that. Like I haven't even seen this thing. When's the last time I've played against Meowscarada? Probably like 50 games ago. You don't see this shit. But I think his solo queue build is for sure the Shadow Claw build. Even then, I don't really believe in this mod, especially since it got an unnecessary nerf. Now I'm just gonna put this thing in the B tier. It has a great Unite move too, but I just haven't seen anything out of this. Like every time I play against Meowscarada, it's like from an unexperienced player and they just get smashed. Like I haven't seen a good Meowscarada in ages, which is why I'm gonna put it here. This thing's full potential is probably here, but people don't even know how to play it. Blastoise, I'm gonna put this shit here. Now, don't get me wrong, Blastoise is a good defender, but this is a tier list for solo queue. And when you're a defender in solo queue, it's gonna be hard to carry. I think Blastoise is one of the better defenders. Like you could play spin with anti-heal, you could do some shit with that. I think Blastoise is for sure better than everything here. It has really good CC if you're playing Waterfall into Hydro Pump, but like I said, you're playing this thing, you're gonna have to rely on your teammates to make plays you have to open up plays for your teammates. You're the highest MMR player, or the highest ranked player on your team, then you're playing defender, then you have to rely on people not only that they're lower ranked, but you also have to set up plays for them, then they're gonna miss the plays, then you're gonna get tilted, and it's just gonna snowball into frustration. But for solo queue, this is one of the better defenders. Like you could do some damage with, you can run like energy amp, you could do some damage with Unite move. Like pretty good defender for solo queue. But yeah, that's for solo queue. Again, reliant on the team, but less reliant on the team. This mon right here is more reliant on the team, which is why I'm gonna put him here in C tier. Like I don't know, like the only times I've played Slowbro a lot of times actually. But every time I play Slowbro, I end up regretting it because my team doesn't do anything off my plays. Like, I get a huge surf on 3 people, level 11 surf, and then nothing comes of it. Like, you unite move the speedster, but like the team, like nothing comes of it. This mon is, I feel like, is also important to like being a stack or a comp because you can't communicate to your teammates when you're gonna Slowbro your uniter, when you're ready to surf the enemy, so like they could prepare as well. But don't get me wrong, this is one of the best like one of the best defenders in the game. Like this shit is amazing. But I just feel like it's horrible for solo queue. Like if you're the I think maybe if you're like the bottom, like if you look in the like battle and like you're the bottom of your team, play slow bro and just depend on the players that are more skilled to make plays out of your plays. But if you're the top, this shit is ass. But I'm assuming, like, for this tier list, I'm assuming, like, a tier list for me. So I'm always, like, in solo queue, I'm always at the top of the team. So for me, this shit is ass. I'm never gonna play this, like, or I'm not gonna play this if I'm serious and I want to climb. Now, Lapras is, like, I think the best. Actually, I think it's, like, it's up there. Like, I think Lapras is better than, like, all of these. It just has amazing sustain. It has really good damage. It has a really good unite move to engage. One of the best engage unite moves in the game. But same problem, it's a defender. But it's one of the better carry defenders. Like you could play Ice Beam, Perish Song, and you could find really good success actually carrying with this thing. But the thing is, then you'll have to run an attacker Lapras. Then you're not gonna run an EXP share. And dude, if you're gonna try to carry with Lapras, just carry with something else. Uh, yeah, one of the better defenders for solo queue. Snorlax, I think Slowbro can carry more than Snorlax in solo queue, because at least Slowbro could do some damage with Surf plus Unite. Snorlax does like I'm assuming you're like the body slam block set. Snorlax does no damage. It just has really good CC and really good setups, and yeah. And if you're playing Flaillax, then you're playing you're playing a dog shit set. I think Snorlax is worse. And actually, I think Snorlax. I'd rather have a solo queue Snorlax better than T-Tar. Alright, Umbreon. I'm putting this shit here. I'll put this shit like right here. Again, Umbreon, one of the best mons in the game. He's a defender. Like if you want to carry, you'll have to run foul play. Fuck, I forgot the other move. You have to run foul play. You could steal shields, you can get a lot of value, but again, you will have to rely on your team to use that value. So yeah, I can't really say much about Umbreon. Ho-Oh, I'm gonna put this shit right here under Slowbro. Like, I don't know, there's not much to say about Ho-Oh. Like, it's pretty ass. It's tanky, it's like decent, it has one of the best Unite moves in the game. But that Unite move relies on you having good teammates. Like sometimes I see Ho-Oh players just res their team and then the team forget that they have a Ho-Oh. So like they just put their controller down because they think they're dead for like 30 seconds. They get resed and then they're just AFK sitting there. That's like one of the most like funny things I've like seen. So yeah, this shit is Omega reliant on the team. So though I do think Flamethrower is like decent. But yeah, Mamo, one of the better defenders for solo queues. I'm gonna put Mamo right here. I think Mamo is better than Lapras. I think Mamo is better than everyone here. Especially since Mamo could do so much damage with Ice Fang Earthquake. It could do a lot of damage with both builds. And you could really just carry the early game. I feel like Mamo doesn't even need anyone to follow up. It already just does so much damage on its own. So what you could think of Mamo is like a Lapras with no sustain, but with more damage. So the only like I said, the only problem with Mamo as a defender is he has no sustain. Like he can't heal off of anything. But if you catch someone with Ice Fang, you do so much damage. You catch someone with Icicle Crash high horsepower combo, you do so much damage. Its Unite move is not that great, but I feel like it fits the mon. You have a nice little CC move there. What I like to do is I like to use my eject in the last stomp of Unite to get a crazy good CC on everyone. But this is like one of the way better defenders if you want to carry. Crustle, this shit is ass. I'm gonna put this shit right behind Memo, just because it has X Scissor. But this shit got nerfed again, which was completely unnecessary. I do think Crustle is better than everyone here. Crustle has an insane Unite move. Insane Unite move. Yeah, not much to say. Just has a really good Unite move, has decent damage. Yeah. Let's move on. Alright, Tree. I think Tree is better than everyone here. If you're playing Curse Horn Leech, you could really, like, this is one of the only defenders that you could really carry on. Not much to say. Crazy CC, good damage. People don't really know how to, excuse me. People don't know how to deal with this. Goodra, I'm gonna put Goodra behind Crustle. Actually, I'm gonna put it in front of Crustle. It has damage, it has damage, it has fucking sustain. It has pretty dog shit CC though. That's the only problem with this thing. And as a defender, you can't afford to have no CC. This shit is more like an all-rounder, but a dog shit all-rounder. It just gets kited too easily. Alright, Greedent. If you know how to play Belch Greedent, I'm gonna put this shit in the A+ tier. Greedent is just an amazing defender. Not defender, but like, this shit does way too much damage with Belch now. Like, if you know how to play Belch, you can get into the, you can legit 1v5 people. Like, if you're a good Greedent player, you get insane value. Insane value with this mon. It's actually crazy now. Not much to say, man. This shit is crazy. If you've ever played against a good Belch Greedent player, you'll know. Like, this shit is so dangerous. It's so tanky. It does so much damage, and it has like some like super like annoying CC that no one wants to deal with. So yeah, that's why Greedent's going. I think Greedent is better than like everything here. Like, if I knew how to play Greedent, I think Greedent is better. Actually, no. This is SOLOQ. I'd put, like, Greedent, like, right behind Gengar. And also, people don't know how to deal with this shit. People will just chase it. And as they're chasing the Greedent, they're just gonna, like, waste time. And time is more valuable for them. It's just so good at distracting. Clefable, C. Like, I don't really want to get too much into supporters. Like, here's what I'm gonna say. If you're like, you need to put, sometimes you need to put your pride and ego down. If you look at the fucking, like, if your win rate is under 50%, like, let's say your win rate is 50%, in reality it's 46 because there's bot games. So you're already dog shit. If it's under 50%, like, you're fucking dog shit. You need to, like, get better. So, if you're a dog shit player, if you're at the bottom, like, of your fucking team, your win rate's, like, below 50%, this tier list is reversed. Actually, no, that's not true. But like, support, like Clefable would be like up here in the S tier, because it's so easy to play and it's so easy to get value out of. A lot of times when I see a team has a Clefable that's like the lowest MMR, and like my team's lowest MMR is like a Decidueye, most likely the team with the Clefable will win, because their last MMR player is playing an Omega Easy Mon, and you get a shit ton of value for like such little like skill. But yeah, it's reversed for me. When I play like Clefable, like I get a shit ton of healing, but like my team doesn't know like how to utilize it. Yeah, like I need to play a carry for me to push in SOLOQ. Same thing with Wiggly. I don't really want to get too much into supporters. Like, especially ones like these, but Psyduck is a different story. Like Psyduck is not even like the best pusher for solo queue, but because it's so broken, I feel like I have to put it here. It just does so much damage. It has so much CC. This is the best mon in the game by far. Like right now, this is the best mon in the game. So just by it having so much damage, having so much like CC, like it's so hard to kill. Decent Unite move. I have to put it here. Mime, one of the better supporters. I'm gonna put Mime ahead of Mamo here. I'm putting Mime ahead of Mamo here. I think Mime could do some work. Like you could dive a backline with Mime. Mime is less of a like Mime will support your team by killing the enemy. But yeah, not much to say about Mime. You have to be really good to play it, but if you are, you could do some decent plays like diving the backline. I think Mime is better than everyone here. I think Mime is better than Machamp, Talon, all these guys. Blissey, I don't want to get into it. Sableye, dog shit. Dog shit. Too reliant on the team. Hoopa, I'll put like right here because you could like do some damage with your Unite move. One of the best Unite moves in the game. Comfy, dog shit. Reliant on the enemy team. Sorry, yeah, reliant on your team. If you're the highest like MMR playing Comfy, you're fucked. LD, same story. Venusaur, okay. This is one to. I'm gonna talk about Petal Venu. Is this the better Venu set now? I think Petal Venu goes like over here under Garchomp. What does Petal Venu not have? Petal Venu has sustain. It could work like a tank. You could play like tanky. You could play like a little bit more damage. You could like. It's decent into blind pick because you could pick either or. Petal Venu is so good. It counters so much mons. I feel like that 5% buff to Giga Drain is so significant because that's 5% in total damage. That's like one of the best things to have in the game. You have Secure with Unite move. Not the best Secure, but Secure nonetheless. It will get countered by mons like Sylveon, but... Sorry, not Sylveon. Yeah, Sylveon. But this shit is an amazing mon for solo queue nonetheless. Guardy, one of the better mages for solo queue, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and put Guardy right here above Inteleon. It just, if you're a good Guardy player, it does so much damage. If you land one good Guardy Unite in Ray, it's over. It has amazing Secure. This is just one of the most traditional mages in the game. But it's just a really, really good mage. Thing is, you could get Dovon, but I think this is a mage. This is the most carry you can get out of a mage. And we're gonna explore the realm of mages very soon here. Cramorant, this shit is ass. This shit is ass. Like, I'm so tempted to put Cramorant in the D tier, but I can't deny that it gives more, like, solo queue presence than, like, all these guys. But I'm a huge Cramorant fan and used to be a big Cramorant player. But they just kept nerfing it, and then they just made Dive unplayable. They made its Unite move do no damage. They nerfed its Unite move by 20%. They nerfed its Unite move by 20%. So that's like if you have like an energy amp before, that's like you're taking the energy amp off. So you're basically losing an item for free. Its Unite move is so fucking laughable. It's so dog shit now, in my opinion. Like, what does this mon have now? A mediocre mage set that's worse than all other mages. Cramorant is so dog shit, for sure. Fuck the Unite devs though. One of my favorite mons ever. Like Cramorant was one of my first mons I bought a skin for because I loved it so much. Like an expensive skin. Like I bought the cowboy skin for Cramorant. My first time like spending a lot of money on a skin just because how much I loved that mon. And they completely fucked it up for no reason. Pikachu. This shit's going to the S tier. This shit's going to the S tier. The reason why it's going to the S tier is because it's one of the most brain dead mons, and you could legit get like unlimited value. Like, show me anyone here that doesn't get one shot by Unite move into Volt Tackle Electro Ball. Pikachu's Unite move is the most brain dead Unite move ever. It does so much damage. There's no counterplay. What's the counterplay? Even if you full heal, its Unite move is just gonna kill you with like just that damage itself is gonna kill you. Like Pikachu counters all the speedsters, it counters all the attackers, and even if you're fucking like Garchomp, Pikachu Unite move into Electro Ball will kill you if you don't Unite move back, and even if you do, you're gonna get chunked to like 80%. Yeah, like one of the most brain dead mons to play. Super easy to play, super easy to get value. I just have to put this thing into the S tier because I did say I would consider the skill ceiling. This shit has such lows. Like a player with like 10 hours of the game could beat a player with like 10,000 hours of the game. Like there's no counterplay to this shit. It's giga busted in my opinion, and I hate going up against it. For sure, for sure. And then even if you're in running into a tanky comp, it has the ability to play as a decent mage as well, which is just like of course. But yeah, one of the best solo queue mons in the game. I do think it's better. No, I think it belongs here at the bottom of S tier. A9. A9 is not a good carry mon. Like I think it's better than Buzzhole Aegis-Slash. I think it's for carrying a little worse than Phalanx, but this mon is I really love playing this mon in draft. Where like let's say they're playing a lot of all-rounders that like to dive you. I feel like A9 is just really good at divers. It's the attacker that you can't dive. Because if you dive it, you're just gonna get blizzard, avalanched, and you're gonna lose all your HP. This mon is anti-dive for sure. But because of that, I do think it's important to like play it in draft because blind pick it, you're just rolling the dice. Has one of the best early games in the game. Like its aids to play against, and even its other set is aids to play against. Like this shit is just the embodiment of aids. Only problem with like some problems with A9 is it has no sustain. It gets outranged by other mages, so it gets kind of like if you're A9 and you're playing against the Guardy, you'll just get outranged. If you're A9 and you're playing against the Pikachu, you'll get outranged. You're playing against Chandelure, you're gonna get outranged. Delphox, you're gonna get outranged. This guy, you're gonna get outranged. I forgot what he's called. Armor Rouge. Like, you just get outranged by all the other mages, but you yourself are an anti-dive mage. I hope that makes sense. Alright, this shit is gonna go at the bottom of B tier. This shit is just ass. Like, Mystical Fire used to be decent as a brain dead pick for solo queue, but then they nerfed its damage when its damage wasn't like that crazy. Which, honestly, bro, fuck this shit, bro. I already hate all the brainless shit. So you're just taking one more brainless pick out. But yeah, Hyper Voice is bad. No, it's not bad. I feel like Sylveon has become like a support attacker. Hyper Voice is just there to drop their special defenses for your real mage to come in and fuck them up. Wait, I can't put this shit this high though. It's not even. I think it's worse than all of these guys for sure. I think it's worse than fucking Azumarill for like solo queue climbing. I think it's better than Cramorant, like that. Like it's just Hyper Voice does no damage. Like if it was before Hyper Voice nerfs, it would have been way higher. But Hyper Voice, they just completely fucked up Hyper Voice. They made it ugly. They made it like They're just making the mon more like a support mon. One good thing like my favorite thing about this mon is its Unite, for sure. Its Unite is like a fucking revive. It just heals you back and does some damage. It's just a really good Unite. Other than that, I don't know. I don't like this mon that much. Same thing here, but Espeon is just better at being brainless. and I just feel like this mon is so easy to play. So easy to play. It has an anti-dive unite move, which is nice as well. I think it's better than all these guys here. I think it's better than like, right there is like perfect, like the middle of B plus tier. You could be a completely brain dead player and get so much value out of this mon for sure. Delphox, I'm gonna put it right here. Now I'm talking about Mystical Fire Flame Charge. Has a really good anti-tank unite move. I've seen a lot. I have like an 80% win rate on solo queue with this mon. You have to have a lot of skill, but yeah, sometimes it feels crazy and sometimes it feels dog shit. I just think that this thing is people don't know how to like dive it. It has good utility, good damage. Dog shit early game though. Like I really feel like, especially since they nerfed normal mystical fire, like what, even when you're level 7 and you mystical fire flame charge, you just do like no damage. Like you have to wait until you're like level 11 to start doing like real damage without your unite move. And speaking of its unite move, it has one of the craziest unite moves in the game. Everything under Delphox unite just gets melted, because like it destroys all the sustain. So yeah, pretty amazing mon if you want to carry. Chandelure. This shit is just a worse guardie that, like, you can't really jungle with this. Well, you can, but it's just worse at guarding than jungling. Like, I have to put it here. I think it's worse than all of these guys. Not much to say about Chandelure. It's just a traditional mage with some lackluster CC. Alright. Armor Rouge. I don't know, man. This shit has just not been it. Like, when I face an Armor Rouge, I'm always happy because this shit always does nothing. But maybe it's the players, but I don't think we've had enough time to like really see Armor Rouge's potential, especially since it got so much crazy changes. I do think it's better than like Dragapult, Duraludon, Espeon. I could put it like right here, but I do think all these guys are better than it. And last but not least, this shit. This shit is crazy. I'm gonna put this shit at A plus. I think all of these guys are better than it for solo queue. This thing kind of has like a mini like skill ceiling. Um, yeah, I feel like all these mons just destroy it. I'm not talking about the mage set. I'm talking about the wild charge set, of course. That shit is still, in my opinion, pretty broken. You could also run shit ninja doll and just avoid all the damage while you're dealing a shit ton of damage yourself. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it, people. Oh my god, dude, sometimes I just feel like talking about the game is more fun than playing it. But yeah, this is the official Pokemon Unite SOLOQ tier list, the official, sponsored by Timmy. And yeah, it's been a pleasure having you all. And I'm gonna head out now, peeps. You have a good one. Oh yeah, by the way, is there any questions? Okay, let's see here. Okay, here's my comments. Okay, I see Gwen saying not Dragonite being A tier, but I get it. I think you're mistaking me for. Wait, I don't know what they want. I think they want Dragonite to be higher or lower than A plus. I don't know. I think they want it to be lower. The reason why I put Dragonite here is because it has a crazy secure, and it does a lot of damage. Early game, you could get a lead on it. I could play a few Dragonite games to show you, but I'm not really feeling Unite right now. Like after I got 1700s, like I got all the cancer I could get from that run. But it's an amazing solo Kumon for sure. Like I think I have like a 80% win rate on that. But yeah. I think the most questionable thing in my tier list is for sure Gengar and A plus, but that's just like an insane hot take from me. Like, but I also have proof of like succeeding with it and making it to such a high ladder and one of like the hardest, I think the hardest ladder to climb. So I think I kind of just like prove that like if you're really good with Gengar, you could really climb with it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream right here. You guys have a good Christmas. And yeah, I got someone brought in some chocolate, so I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy that. You guys have a good one.